She knew that merely telling the students the rules and routines will not engage them. Today, you came on time, but I still want to remind you that you are expected to change and come to the ISH within 7 minutes. I think if I continue to speak in that manner, I will start losing the students' attention. That's because it's very difficult to stay engaged whenever we are listening to a list of information, such as rules, routines, and all the learning cues. That is why we should speak in a way that the brain wants to hear. One way is to have the cause and effect trajectory. For example, we can tell the students something happened before. That is why something happened now. Another way is to follow the 3 principles of storytelling. First, there must be a main character. Second, there is a goal, which the main character is working towards. And third, there are some challenges, which the main character overcame and achieved their goals. Recently, I watched a lesson conducted by my friend Siwei. It was a frisbee lesson, and at the end of the lesson, she wanted to remind the students to be on time. But she knew that merely telling the students the rules and routines will not engage them. That is why she decided to speak in a way that connects with the students. She says something like, "Last time, you couldn't pass the frisbee disc very well, but today, you came very early. And those who came earlier started practicing your passes. And because you had so much practice, I saw you improving by so much. And during the game, I noticed that a lot of you are enjoying your game a lot more." Throughout the debriefs, the class was very engaged. And in the following lessons, everyone went to the class very early. So let's think about what makes the debrief so engaging and why it motivated the students. First, the students were the main characters. Second, there was a goal, which was to pass better. Third, there was a problem, which the students could not pass the disc well initially. But because the student went to class very early, the cause, therefore, they were able to overcome their challenges, the effect. You might think that this is how we would normally talk to our students. But if we think about how we used to speak, especially when we were beginning teachers, we might remember that all we talked about was instructions after instructions, feedback after feedback, all the learning cues, all the acronyms. That was why we used to find it difficult to engage the students. But after a few years, it was a lot easier. That was because we found better ways to speak that engages our students more. Therefore, if we feel that our students tend to be quite restless during debriefs, maybe we can be a little bit more intentional, speak the way our students' brains want to hear.